Hello, welcome to Dynamic Southwest video series. In today's video, Danita Bass will be discussing posting groups in Dynamics NAV.
Hi, this is Danita with Dynamic Southwest, and today we're going to talk about posting groups. Posting groups and the general posting setup serves as a mapping for the GL account that a specific transaction will post to. What this allows is for things such as items and resources throughout the system to have a mapping to post to a GL account without the user needing to select it specifically. It also allows for easy maintenance if you modify your chart of accounts, add or change, and things like that. It's one spot to go and make those changes and maintain the GL accounts to post to. Now, when you first look at the general posting setup, it can be very overwhelming. So let's break this down a little bit. The first is the columns. So each column identifies a function that's being performed. The user does not need to know this. As you click post, the system knows where to go and which column to look at in order to identify the correct GL account code. The next piece is the general business posting group. This is defined by you and it's assigned to the customers and vendors. This is the who. Who are we buying from? Who are we selling to? And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. The general product posting group is the what. What are we buying? What are we selling? And this allows a combination of these different posting groups to identify a specific GL account code that the system will post to during a specific function. Okay, so let's take a look. This is an overall flow of how the business posting groups populate. And we have transaction lines here. So we're talking about a purchase order or a sales order, something like that. The business posting group is set up as default on the customer or vendor cards. So whenever you choose an item or a resource on a line, that information will automatically default from the customer or vendor card onto the specific line. That is the who. Who are we selling to? Who are we buying from? The general product posting group is set as a default on the item card or the resource card. This is the what. What are we buying? What are we selling? So on the transaction line, the purchase order or sales order line, it automatically defaults from that setup depending on the item or resource that you've put on the line to process. When you post the transaction, you have the posting group, that's the business posting group and product posting group on each particular line, and then it goes and references the general posting setup to determine which GL account needs to post to. So depending on the data that you have on the transaction line, it looks at the combination, the transaction being posted, and finds the GL account code, and that's what the entry posts to. One thing to note is if you do post directly to GL accounts, you can actually have the product posting group and business posting group set up to a GL account so that it also does that same mapping. One other key piece of information is related to the inventory. So when you have a line type that is an item, you also are referencing the inventory posting group and location on the line that then looks at another posting setup called inventory posting setup. And this is for line types that are items. On the transaction, the inventory posting group set up for the item being referenced, along with the location on the actual transaction line, is used to map in order to determine the account being posted for the inventory transaction. It works the same as the general posting setup, but for inventory posting setup, it's location in the inventory posting group based off of the item card. The combination of the different posting groups allows you to have easy maintenance and mapping for the GL account that things are going to post to. What we've talked about so far is the general posting setup and the inventory posting setup. There are also customer posting groups, and vendor posting groups. These are set up on the master records and identify the accounts that need to post for AP and AR. One way to think of these types of transactions are your customer posting group, vendor posting group, and inventory posting group are typically your balance sheet accounts. So your AR, AP, and inventory accounts. Your business posting groups and product posting groups are typically your income statement accounts, expense accounts that will be mapped for those transactions. Our goal today was to explain the general posting setup and posting groups in general, and hope to give a better understanding of the table that you see in front of you, how to possibly set up different combinations of needs based off your chart of accounts, and give a little bit of clarity. Hope this was helpful. Have a great day.
Thank you for viewing today's video. Please subscribe to our channel for more helpful videos and visit us at dynamicsouthwest.com, on Twitter at DSW Dynamics, and on LinkedIn at Dynamics Southwest.